Hey guys, as you can see, this is a pretty low effort day for me. Just t-shirt, glasses, but just couldn't be bothered today. So anyway, today I decided to film a room tour because that was one of the things that was requested when I asked on Instagram what kind of videos you guys want to see. And I did post a room tour like when I first moved into this apartment, but I don't even think that those posts are still up since I didn't really like it. And we've changed some things around and gotten new furniture and things. So this is kind of like the finalized version of our apartment now that we've been living here for over a year, and hopefully we'll move out of this place next year into bigger and better things. So yeah, we'll just show you where I live. And just a little disclaimer that I do not live in like a super fancy, awesome, aesthetic apartment. I just live in like a normal, very typical apartment. So like if you're actually interested in living in Japan, this kind of apartment is probably going to be what you're looking for. I will say that my rent is 120,000 yen per month, which I split with my partner, so we're paying 60,000 each. 120 I think is like around 800 US dollars. I'm not sure. I'm going to check that after I make this. But yeah, I think it's pretty affordable, like 60,000 yen each per month. Because when I was originally living by myself, I was actually paying 80,000 yen for a place that was not even half the size of this. So I'm pretty happy to be living here, although I do feel ready to move on to bigger and better things. But this is, yeah, a pretty standard example of an apartment in Tokyo. I do live reasonably close to the city center, but not in the city center for this price. So yeah, let's get started. So when you first come into my apartment, here's the entrance. As you can see, we have a little fun sign that we got in North Carolina. And we have this creepy doll that Sanjay found on the side of the road. I've kind of grown fond of her, but I really hated her. I thought she was haunted when he first brought her home. But, I think she's not haunted, probably, because we haven't had any strange encounters. And also, there's junk, like, everywhere, and it could not be helped, so just ignore that. Yeah. But here's the entrance where you can take off your shoes, and there are not too many shoes accumulated here right now. We do have umbrella stand, and then this is our shoe cabinet that comes built in. It is pretty much just filled with my shoes. There's a couple pairs of Sanjay's shoes in there. But yeah, all the shoes that we could possibly fit in there are inside of there, and it still wasn't enough space. So to continue on, we have a second shoe rack, which we purchased, and there's lots of shoes. And then immediately coming up is the bathroom. So here we have a pink sink, my favorite part of this place. And then it came with like a decent amount of storage actually for a bathroom in Japan. It has these little like shelf thingies by the mirror, which are actually really handy. And then there's also like storage under here where you can like, keep things, put an organizer in there. So honestly, I was pretty happy with the amount of storage in this apartment. And then this is where the toilet is. Very nice. We also added a shelf in here, like just like this like temporary shelf thing, so that we can have some storage in there, which is something I highly recommend, because even in an apartment that has a decent amount of storage, it's never enough in Japan with these small places. Yeah, we also got these little over-the-door towel racks and things from IKEA so that we can hang stuff, which also, again, any storage you can get. And I forgot there's a storage cabinet up there. And then this is where the shower is. Shower and bathtub. We actually have like a good sized shower, I would say. I've had way smaller showers. And we have a little phone holder for if you want to watch a movie while you're taking a shower. And it has a little cubby. That's where I keep my shampoos, but I would love another shelf or something in here, ideally. But yeah, that's the bathroom. So yeah, this is Japanese bathroom. Let me see if I can get a better view. Continuing on, we have the bedroom next. So we go in here. Ooh, my bed. Okay, so yeah, there's my bed. We have a double bed. Sanjay says our bed is too small. He always says our bed is too small, but I think it's a good size. Yeah, just IKEA bed, little table thing. And our poor beat up dresser that we got for like 8,000 yen from some guy. It's falling apart, as you can see, it's taped up. But you know what? When you're in a hurry to move in, you just deal with it. Both of the rooms in my apartment do have an air conditioner, so that's really nice. We're keeping that running all summer. And then over here is just like a door to our balcony. You can see outside. So yeah, there's a door. We have a good sized balcony too. And then we have a pretty decent closet, I think. It's very tall. Yeah, so closet, junk everywhere, closet, making the most of storage. You get the idea. So yeah, that's our bedroom and room number 1 in our 2DK, which is a 2 dining and kitchen apartment. So moving on into the next part, we come back towards the entrance and there's another door here. And this is where we have our kitchen dining space. Yeah, and we got a little table, of course, IKEA, some chairs. Our table actually extends so it can like fit 6 chairs, but I can't see why we would ever need, like, it was really unnecessary for the size like space we have, but I don't know, maybe we'll take advantage of that in the future. But yeah, here's the kitchen. Some art. We got like a shelf where we put the microwave. There's again junk accumulated everywhere. My stockpile of Cheez-Its and goldfish on the other side. And we have a washing machine, really good sized fridge. And yeah, that's about this area. Here's what the kitchen looks like. Our kitchen did not come with a stove. We had to buy this stove. That's something that you should be aware of if you're moving to Japan. Sometimes apartments don't come with a stove. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, but stove, lots of cabinets, still not enough storage as always, but you know, we did the best with what we can do. And there's this giant beer mug in the sink, which I forgot to clean up, but you know, it's fine. Not really a lot of counter space. This is basically the counter that we work with, and we're using that to dry our dishes. So that's really one of my biggest complaints with Japan is like the lack of counter space, and it's kind of like demotivating if you really want to cook, I guess. But since in this kind of apartment, we can make do with using the table as like an extra counter space, but it's just, you know, one of those things about Japan. So moving forward, we go through these little double doors here, and we have our second room, which we have turned into our living space. So we put a nice big couch. We upgraded. We had a really small couch before, but we have this big couch over here and TV, little stand, more storage, dresser. We have a mirror that has a hanging spot on the back, so there's clothes hanging. Like, we're storing things everywhere we can possibly store things, and we're still out of space, which is just life in a small Japanese apartment. But hey, there's another AC in here at least, so we're not having too many problems, you know. And then out here also there is another door which goes onto the balcony. So yeah, the balcony extends across like both sides of the apartment. Like I said, good size balcony. And yeah, that's about it. That's about where I live. My paintings. So yeah, I mean, it works. And like I said, this is twice the size of where I used to live. So I think it's a pretty good space, and this is pretty good for Tokyo. It's a decent enough like starter apartment for a couple. But I definitely want to move to somewhere bigger as soon as possible.